I'm curious, are you excited or nervous about all the travel that you have ahead of you this summer? Because maybe you are excited to go to some of the places, but worried about how you're going to feel afterwards. Well, I'm here to share my top travel tips with you so you can feel your best because it's officially travel summer season here in the northern hemisphere. And I personally am off to Maui next week, then San Francisco in July, and Santa Barbara in August. Where are you headed this summer? As much as I love traveling, it used to wipe me out and set my health back. But now I know how to do it differently so that I can feel as good, if not better, upon my return than when I left. And I want to share with you how to do this too, because you probably don't notice the full toll that travel takes on your body. Because often if it's work related, we tend to see it as just part of the job. And so we continue to push through, right? Or if it's vacation related, well, it must be all good for us, right? And what we need to start to recognize is that traveling is a type of stress we just don't typically address. Think about it. How many times have you maybe come home from a trip and felt like you were maybe coming down with the worst cold or flu ever? Or maybe you felt extremely exhausted, even if your trip was technically a vacation. Or maybe you had a flare-up of muscle or joint aches and pains afterwards, struggled to get your sleep back on track, or noticed that your weight shot up for some unexplained reason, or experienced a relapse in maybe your autoimmune symptoms, anxiety, skin breakouts, or other health issues. These are all signs of the stress that your body experiences while traveling. Now, don't get me wrong. I love traveling and I would never give it up. So over the years, I started to recognize the toll that it was taking on my body too, and the proactive actions I could take to not only prevent a health setback, but feel better upon my return than when I left sometimes. And I'm about to share these exact things with you as well. But before we dig in, first you have to understand that stress is anything that places a burden on your body, resulting in inflammation and imbalances, which leads to any of the health issues that you might be experiencing. Stressors can include things like the food that you're eating that isn't right for your body, getting inadequate sleep, over or under exercising, emotional or physical stress, toxins that you encounter, and hidden stressors such as parasites, bacteria, or yeast overgrowth in the gut, hormone imbalances, liver congestion, and so much more. The not so obvious but typical types of stressors you encounter when traveling specifically are things like limited availability to quality food and water options, bad beds or environments that negatively impact your sleep quality, sitting for prolonged periods of time or getting less movement in general, dehydration from flying or not being in your normal routine, crossing different time zones that mess with your natural hormonal balance, and an abundance of toxins circulating the air in airports and hotels. These stressors can add up quickly while you are traveling. As your stress load increases over time, it can suppress your immune system, making you feel more susceptible to getting sick, disrupting your natural hormone imbalance, which drains your energy and mood, overloading your liver, causing a backup of toxins in your body, and kind of destroying your gut, resulting in digestive upset. You may not have complete control over these travel time stressors, but you can reduce their impact on your body when you take the right steps. So that's why in this video, I want to share with you my top health travel tips to help you feel your best anywhere in the world. And so you can also prevent health setbacks and feel even better possibly upon your return. And this is totally possible for you. And I know this because I have done this too. Now, you obviously can't live in a bubble and avoid all the unhealthy things out there. The goal is actually just to learn how to navigate life differently in order to support your health and feel like your best self. As I pointed out, there are quite a few types of stressors you typically encounter while traveling. Some might be within your control and some may not be. So the strategy is to minimize what you can and take action to offset what you can't control. Instead of stressing about finding the perfect place, food, and toxin-free environments while traveling, here are some of the simple steps that I take and that you can take too in order to proactively support your body and prevent any health setbacks. Be food and water aware is step one. Order and seek out gluten-free and dairy-free options to avoid pesticides and other inflammatory elements that will impact your body. Increase your electrolyte and water intake daily and before you travel to prevent your dehydration. And be mindful about your alcohol intake, especially if you have experienced jet lag. You also want to support sound sleep. Set your bedroom temperature to 68 degrees for that optimal sleep temperature. Cover lights like alarm clocks, smoke alarms, and tightly seal curtains shut. Here's some things that I travel with: electrical tape and clothespins to help conquer this. Get sunlight exposure upon waking up to balance your circadian rhythm, aka energy rhythm. The next part is to reduce physical stress. Diffuse the impacts of artificial light with some stylish and compact Viva Ray blue blockers like I have. Make sure that you stretch daily and intermittently when you're on long flights. And choose less intense exercise such as walking or yoga when you feel tired or depleted. You also want to make sure that you decompress and revitalize. Pack things like essential oils to use anytime you need to unwind throughout your trip. You can start and or end your day with a cycle of deep breaths, meditation, or journaling, or make sure that you schedule some time at the spa or book a massage to relax and restore your body. Now, the last part is to tone down the toxins. I love to pack a Triad Ergo travel size air purifier to combat allergens, mold, and chemicals in air that we breathe. Drink bottled spring water only. I love the brands Fiji, Sedona, Mountain Spring, and Evian are my top picks. And get in touch with nature. Open the windows when possible. Get outside daily and even put your bare feet in the grass or dirt to offset some of these exposures. Now, I love helping my clients learn how to navigate life differently so they can enjoy traveling and have their ideal health and weight at the same time. If you're a busy, health-minded professional who travels a ton and wants to learn how to support your body better while doing it, then follow me closely on Instagram to catch all of my travel tips with my upcoming trips. All right, that's it. I hope you found this incredibly helpful. I'll see you in the next video.